Assalamu alaikum and welcome Quranic Arabic learners to today's lesson number 54 of the Quranic Arabic Grammar course, Simplified for Beginners. Please provide your feedback in the comments section so I can continue this series which shortens the Madinah Arabic course. Today we will start a new topic on adverbs, which are nouns that denote time or place. Please find any videos you missed by watching the playlists Quranic Arabic for Beginners or Quranic Arabic Simplified. Let us now begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So an adverb is a noun that indicates the place or time. And in Arabic, adverb is called zarf. And adverbs are divided into two groups in Arabic. The first one is adverbs of place, called in Arabic zarfu makan, and adverbs of time, which are zarfu zaman. Let's take some common examples for the adverb of place, which we said is zarful makan. So we have this picture of this car here, and whatever is above the car, so it is over the car. It's denoting a place, and in Arabic, over is fawqa. So it's denoting a place. And with the same car, if we're looking at what is behind, we're talking about a place, and in Arabic we say khalfa, which means behind. And if we look at in front of the car, again we're denoting place in front, which in Arabic we say amama. And then if we're looking at under the car, under in Arabic is tahta. So all of these are examples of adverbs of place because they denote a place. Similarly, other adverbs are huna, which means here. Hunaka, it means there. Baina means between. So it's a place because it's between something. And then qurba, which means near. Again, it's denoting place. So these are all common words that are adverbs of place. Now let's take a look at some adverbs of time. In Arabic, that is zarfus zaman. Some common examples are laylan, which means night, sabahan, morning, dhuhran, noon, masaan, evening, ams, yesterday, al-yawm, today, and ghadan, which is tomorrow. Let's look at this list with some common adverbs, asma'uz zarf. So first we're looking at the adverbs of time. For example, here is a commonly used list here. Qabla means before, ba'da means after, al-yawma means today, amsi, or you can say bil ams, it means yesterday, awwala amsi means the day before yesterday, ghadan means tomorrow, al-an means now. So all of these that we have looked at denote time. That's why they're adverbs of time. And some adverbs of place are fawqa, which means above or on. Tahta means below. Inda means near, beside, with, has, have. And we will look at inda in more detail in a separate lesson, inshallah. Ma'a means with, has, have. Amama is in front of. And khalfa or even wara'a means behind, and baina means between. Now let's take a few sentences for these two adverbs, which are khalfa meaning behind and amama, which means in front of. Let's observe with these sentences right here. Al-baytu khalfal masjidi. It means the house is behind the mosque. Khalfal masjidi, behind the mosque. The next sentence, Hamidun amam al-mudarrisi. It means Hamid is in front of the teacher. So your adverb is amama. Amam al-mudarrisi, in front of the teacher. The next one, Aina jalasa Muhammadun. Where did Muhammad sit? So Aina is asking the question here, and the answer is Jalasa amam al-mudarrisi. It means he sat in front of the teacher. And your adverb here is amama. Amam al-mudarrisi. So we looked at these two adverbs of place, khalfa and amama. We do an example with this adverb tahta, which means under. In this sentence, al-haqibatu tahtal maktabi. It means the bag is under the table. Let's review a Quranic verse example for adverbs. And again, we only see a portion of the verse here for our lesson. So in this piece of the verb, we see min tahti arjulikum. It means from beneath your feet, where min is a preposition, which we have studied before, to mean from. And here's your adverb, tahta, right? And here it is tahti. It is majroor because there was a min, the preposition preceding it. And then arjulikum. It means your feet, where kum is pronoun, plural pronoun, which we have studied in prior lessons. Let's take an example for the adverb of place, hunaka, which means over there. In this sentence, Aina kitabu Muhammadin. It means where is Muhammad's book? We ask this question with Aina. And then the answer is Huwa alal maktabi hunaka. It means it is on the table over there. Hunaka, which is an adverb of place. Let's wrap up today's lesson with looking at a few sentences using adverbs denoting time. Here are some sentences that will give you practice for adverbs of time. So the first sentence is Raja'atu ilal bayti masa'an. It means I returned home in the evening, where Raja'atu is your verb to mean I returned. Ilal bayti, to home. Masa'an is your adverb of time to mean evening. In the next sentence, Sa'azhabu ila tabibil yawma. It means I will go to the doctor today, where Sa'azhabu is your verb and it means I will go. Ila tabibi. Ila is your preposition to mean to the doctor, and then al yawma, which is your adverb of time, which means today. In the next one, ذهبت إلى المدرسة صباحا. I went to school in the morning. So ذهبت is your verb to mean I went. إلى المدرسة, to the school, where إلى is your preposition. And صباحا is your adverb of time to mean morning. And in the last sentence here, إنهم سيرجعون يوم السبت. It means they will return on Saturday. So here inna is a particle we will study later, but it means surely. And you're combining that with the pronoun hum. So innahum is meaning surely they. Sayarji'una, it's your verb, future verb to mean will return in plural. And right here, yawma sabti means Saturday. So that's it. Examples for adverbs of time, and we have more on this topic of adverbs in your next lesson, inshallah. If you are regular with watching the 2 or 3 short videos that I post per week, you will succeed in mastering Quranic Arabic, inshallah. If this video benefited you, please do like, subscribe, comment, and keep watching these short videos. سبحانك وبحمدك لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.